Welcome to the channel, YouTube. So you want to max your yen in Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth? Well, you came to the right channel today. 2,419,048 yen. Welcome to the channel, YouTube. Winks here. Thanks for stopping by and checking the video out. If you haven't already, go ahead and click that like and subscribe button, and while you're at it, go ahead and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on anything that I upload. Real quick before we get started, just one simple housekeeping note. Always check the description down below if you're new to the channel. I got timestamps and other useful information posted down there in the description. So today we're talking about how to maximize your yen in Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth. Today's video is going to have 5 major talking points. First, we're going to talk about the large capacity USB and how you get that. Then we're going to talk about the Digimon that equips to. Then we're going to talk about the Billionaire USB, how you get that. And then we're going to talk about the Digimon that equips to. And then finally, I'm going to show you a demonstration of how all this benefits you in the end. All right, so the first thing that we're going to talk about today is the large capacity USB. The reason we're talking about the large capacity USB is because today's video, we're trying to figure out how to maximize our yen, and the best way to do that is with a PrinceMamemon Digimon and a Billionaire USB, or quite a few of them actually. And the large capacity USB plays a role in this because, as you can see on the bottom of the screen here under the description, the large capacity USB increases the drop rate for items. So this is going to be crucial for helping us get our hands on multiples of those Billionaire USBs. Alright, so as you saw from the last screen that I was on, I had 17 of those large capacity USBs. And you're probably wondering, well, how did you get 17 of those large capacity USBs? Well, there's 2 ways to get it. One way to get it is through your farm. You can get it with the $10,000 option. However, that's a lot of money, and if you ain't got a lot of money starting out, it's probably not the most practical way of getting that USB. The easiest way that I would recommend to get that USB, the large capacity USB, is by coming here to the Tokyo Metropolitan office. And then once you arrive here at this office, we're going to go inside, and then we're going to make our way up towards the 40th floor, and we're gonna try and find a Waymon in here. Now typically you can find these Waymon pretty easily. You can force the encounters and you can, beat the Waymon, and then you'll get the large capacity USB. So that's what we're gonna try and do now. So I'm just gonna run around this little area right here and hope that one pops up soon, or I could just use my function call, force encounters, and hopefully this will be a Waymon. And there's a Waymon right there. So hopefully after we defeat him, we'll have the large capacity USB. So I'm just gonna do Black Rain. And I've done this method a few times to get the large capacity USBs. And we've defeated the Waymon. And we're just going to take a look and see what we got. So, no large capacity USBs on that one, but we're just going to do it again. There's another Waymon. Same thing we did in the last one. We're just going to attack both of them. I'm using an attack that damages all the enemy Digimon. And we'll see if we can get a large capacity USB this way. Sometimes it takes a couple times, but you usually get it. And there it is. Like I said, two attempts at this, large capacity USB. So what you want to try and do is fight that Waymon and get 3 of these initially. Now, just like I mentioned previously before showing you how to get the large capacity USB with Waymon, I came here to check my Digi farm, and as you can see, I did in fact get a large capacity USB through the Digi farm. The next thing you want to focus on doing is getting this BlackKingNumemon. Now, I have his Digivolution path pulled up here on the screen. As you can see, you can reach BlackKingNumemon from any of these 4 Digimon here. However, just like I mentioned in my experience video, I would recommend Gold Numemon because he's a champion level Digimon and he skips the Mega and goes straight to the ultimate level. He is the best path to take. So from there, these are the rookie Digimon that will Digivolve into the Gold Numemon, and then you can Digivolve into the BlackKingNumemon. The reason I recommend getting a BlackKingNumemon is if you look at his skill here on the screen, his ability increases foe drop rate for items, which is essentially the same thing that the large capacity USB is doing. So once you've gotten 3 of those, and you've equipped all 3 of them to your BlackKingNumemon, you're just getting that much more of a chance to drop an item from your foes. Now, when you're looking for these Billionaire USBs, which increase the yen that you earned in battle, I would recommend that you take that BlackKingNumemon with the 3 large capacity USBs and you put him on your team. Other people swear that you can get this easier if you have more BlackKingNumemon, but I have found from my personal experience that you come across the Billionaire USB more with just the 1 BlackKingNumemon. So once you have that and he's on your team, the next thing you're going to do is you're going to go to Eden. And once you get in Eden, we're going to go to Under No Loon 5. Under No Loon 5. Now, when you get here to Under No Loon 5, as a side note, I would like to mention and point out that you need at least 1 neutral type Digimon on your team because of the ability that gives you. If you look at your hacking skills, Function Call level 2, you have to have a free type Digimon, which is rookie or better. So that's why I've got my Armageddonmon here. And also what I like to do when I get here is I will use my ability that makes it to where it eliminates encounters. So we're gonna move all the way to the back. Alright, so now I've made it to the end of Under No Loon 5, and this is where we are going to try to find the King Edamon, and hopefully we will get the Billionaire USB by defeating him. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to force an encounter, and hopefully it's the King Edamon. Alright, so we got a King Edamon, so we're just going to knock him out real quick and see if he drops the Billionaire USB. So as usual, I'm going to do my attack that attacks all foes at one time because I want to get through this as quickly as possible. I'm just going to wipe these guys out. As you can see on the screen, BlackKingNumemon is on my team. So hopefully we'll get that Billionaire USB. Now this takes a little bit more grinding than the large capacity USB, so you might have to do this multiple times. Alright, so I found my second King Edamon through a series of repeated forcing encounters, escaping, forcing encounters, escaping. So I didn't get the Billionaire USB the first time I encountered him, but let's see if we get it this time. So we're just gonna knock out all the enemy Digimon. It is very difficult. The hardest part about this step is just getting that King Edamon to appear. But once you get him to appear, if you have the BlackKingNumemon, then you should be able to eventually come across the Billionaire USB. We didn't get it this time either, but I'm gonna do the same process, force encounter, escape, force encounter, escape, until I find him again, and we're gonna see if we get it the third time. Alright, they say third time's a charm, so let's see if we get it this time. I wasn't counting or anything, but if I was to guess, I'd say I probably encountered King Edamon probably once out of every 15 times I forced an encounter. In the process of doing this, I probably scanned a couple of Digimon to 100%. Let's see if we got that Billionaire USB this time. There it is, the Billionaire USB. Like I said, within the matter of probably about 10 minutes, I probably encountered him 3 times, but it took a lot of forcing encounters and then escaping to get to this point. So you're gonna have to get a total of 9 Billionaire USBs to pull off the method that I'm about to show you next. Now, assuming that you have gotten your large capacity USBs and you've gotten your BlackKingNumemon, at least one of them, you're gonna need 4 of them in total, but once you've gotten to that point and if you've gotten those, then you need to focus on getting your PrinceMamemon. And as you can see, I have his Digivolution path pulled up, and if you've got some of those BlackKingNumemons already, you can just follow that same path and digivolve him one step further into the PrinceMamemon. Now, similar to the BlackKingNumemon, how he has an ability to increase the drop rate from foes defeated, PrinceMamemon also has the ability to increase yen earned in battle, as you can see here on the screen. So once you have your PrinceMamemon and you have your Billionaire USBs, then you'll be ready to move on to maxing your yen. Alright, so now that you've got all 9 of your Billionaire USBs and your 3 PrinceMamemon equipped with those 9 Billionaire USBs, just like I said in my experience video, go ahead and make sure you've got all your healing items, all your SP items in your inventory before we begin this next step. I just wanted to have this screen pulled up for you real quick so you can see my starting yen number. And then once I go through this method, just like I did in that video, I'm going to cut all the battles out, but I'm going to leave in the parts where you can see the amounts of yen, and then at the end we'll add it all up and you can see just how well this method works. Alright, so now it's time for me to demonstrate to you why you did all this work to begin with. Just like in my experience video that I keep referencing, we're coming here to the Legendary Coliseum with those PrinceMamemons and your team, and we're gonna go through these and see how much yen that we get. Alright, so we finished the first matchup with 2 PrinceMamemons on the team, and we got about 400,000 yen. So we finished the second match with 2 PrinceMamemon again, and we got about 3,100 yen, or 31,000 yen. Not a lot, but it's gonna add up in the end. So we finished our third match with 3 PrinceMamemon on the field this time, and we got 152,000 yen. So we beat our 4th Digimon matchup with 3 PrinceMamemon out on the field again, and we got 163,000 yen. So we just beat our 5th Digimon matchup. I had 2 PrinceMamemon on the field, and I got 422,000 yen. We just defeated our 6th Digimon matchup, and once again I had 2 PrinceMamemon on the field. I got 400,000 yen. So we just beat our 7th Digimon matchup. I had 2 PrinceMamemon on the field, and I got over 400,000 yen again. We just defeated our 8th Digimon matchup. We had 3 PrinceMamemon on the field, and we got 360,000 yen. Now for this last matchup, what we're gonna do is we're just gonna do like we did in the experience video, and we're gonna let these Digimon kill our Digimon so we can keep using this method over and over again. So after all of that, we got 2,419,048 yen. Now if I would have shifted my PrinceMamemon and added one here and there on 1 or 2 of those battles, I could have gotten more because I've done this method before and I've gotten close to 3 million yen. It just depends on how fast you're trying to get through it. I was just kind of trying to blow through some of them, but still, 2.5 million yen is more than enough than what you'll need, and this game maxes your yen at 9,999,000. So there you go. So in summary, we talked about the large capacity USB, how you get that. We talked about the Digimon that equips to, the BlackKingNumemon. We talked about the Billionaire USB and how you get that. And then we talked about PrinceMamemon, how you get him. And then we summed it all up with a demonstration of why that is so important. So if you liked the video, again, like and subscribe, leave a comment, tell me what you thought about the video, and Winks out.